older, fatter, bolder. A sergeant that I used to work for that would tell me that every time I asked him how he was doing. I'm like, how you doing? He'd be like, oh, older, fatter, balder. He had a sense of humor about it. Um, but your body does start betraying you when you get older. And I'm learning that every day. Every time I work harder, I feel a little bit more. Every time I try to do more, I feel a little bit lazier. Every time I want to, every time I want to go out and do something, I don't care as much. Um, you're gonna get older, uh, and your body's going to start betraying you if you don't take care of it. My body betrays me every single day because I don't give it what it needs. And every time I try to give it what it needs, it feels like life tries to prevent you from doing that. If you don't have health insurance, how do you go see a doctor? If you don't have money, how do you afford healthy groceries? If you don't have time, how do you make yourself meals? If you don't have enough time to sleep, how do you not drink caffeine? You know, everything in our lives is contingent on you being. I'm fucking burning. It's contingent on everybody slowly killing themselves. You know, it's like, why can't I afford my bills? I don't know. Work more. I already work full time. Well, work more. Well, I'm stressed and tired. Well, why are you working so much? I need to eat better. Well, then eat better. Okay. What are my options for food? Well, get salads or something. I don't know. Okay. Well, I'm going to make salads then. I don't really like these salads. Well, then don't eat them. Okay, I'm not going to eat them then. Yeah, eat this fast food. Well, this fast food makes me feel fat and sluggish and slow and angry and miserable. Well, it's bad for you. Why are you eating it? Because it seems to be the option that keeps coming up constantly to a point to where you get it for free sometimes. I mean, shit, you know how many times a job will have fucking pizza and donuts and biscuits and all these fucking things that you're not supposed to be eating? You know, you don't really get to make yourself a home cooked meal every single day. You don't always have time for that because you have to do all these other things. You have to make time for exercise, but you can't just exercise. You have to go to a gym, but you have to pay too much money to go to the gym, and then that gym is going to have too many people, so you can't really do anything in that gym. Uh, because just running outside and doing push-ups is not enough for you, I guess. Uh, we commercialize everything to a point to where it's almost meaningless, and we convince you that you need shit that you don't fucking need. Like if I don't fucking see an advertisement for some mushroom powder that you're supposed to be able to drink that's supposed to improve your memory and mood and all that sort of stuff, mushrooms aren't going to do that. You know what's going to do that? Having more time to enjoy the things that you like. You know what's going to do that? Eating a little bit better, sleeping a little bit more, exercising a little bit more, having a little bit more free time. That'll make you feel better. You know what doesn't make you feel better? Sitting on the couch watching TV. You know what doesn't make you feel better? Going to work and working hard and then still having your boss onto you about things that you're not doing because even constantly moving isn't enough. And and you don't have to you don't have time to do things. Like I just left a job where I didn't have lunch breaks. I didn't have personal leave. I didn't have 401k. Like that was the job I got after I quit the jail. I worked there for 3 days and I said, "Fuck you, I'm not doing this." I was at a car wash. Um, I don't get benefits. No, I was training to be an assistant manager, and they basically, in the agreement, every other thing was, if you make this mistake and it costs us money, we can take it out of your salary. If this, then we can take it out of your salary. If this, then we can take it out of your salary. And you have to constantly be moving. If you want to eat, you don't really get a lunch break. Uh, you don't get personal leave. You don't get health insurance. You don't get 401k. Like no fucking reason to stay there other than just getting money, which is just the dumbest fucking thing. I'm so fucking sick and tired of the things that life tells me that I need. Why do I need this computer that I'm talking to you through? Why do I need internet? Why do I have to constantly hustle for money? Why do I have to stress myself out? Why do I have to why do I have to go so far out of my way to do things that will actually make me happy because society tries to push things onto me that won't make me happy. Everywhere you drive, you have store after store after store after store selling crap after crap after crap that you don't need. I told a buddy at work one time that I had 3 guns. He had like 50. And you know what? I can't blame him because I have like 6 guitars and I haven't played guitar since I was a kid. Because we constantly just want more things. And we're told that selling and buying we're told that businesses businesses selling stuff is what makes jobs. But if you're buying stuff, then you're a sucker because you shouldn't be buying stuff. You should be responsible with your money. And then when people are responsible with their money, we have recessions because people start being little savers. Every time we have any extra income, our rent goes up. Anytime we have any extra income, our health insurance goes up, our health care goes up, the cost of food goes up, and there's no way of getting ahead. Why can't I just work a normal job and be fine? Why do I have to have my personal leave hours tracked so much to a point to where you have to work at a place a ridiculous amount of time to even have a decent amount of time off? Why? Why is it so complicated to just get a little bit out of society around you for what you need? Why is it so hard for you to get a steak that corn fed isn't corn fed red dyed salmon that's actually healthy for you? Why is it so hard to find normal food? Why is all of our food contingent on you killing yourself slowly? Why does everything have to have so much grease and butter and salt and sugar in it? Because it's addictive. We make you addicted to things. This is my third energy drink. It is 9:20 in the morning. And this is like a normal thing for me. Why? Because when you work a high stress job for 7 years, caffeine is an addiction that you naturally have. You know, why am I told that I have ADHD and I need to be medicated? But my ability to multitask and do multiple things at the same time and be calm under stressful situations was useful for me. It made it to where I couldn't handle my normal life. I couldn't handle relationships or emotions or actual responsibilities. But hey, if somebody was threatening me, I was calm. If there was a medical emergency, I was calm. You know, why does everything in life tell you that you're doing it wrong, and then when you try to make it right, you're told that you're wrong? You know, trying to eat healthier. Well, why are you spending so much money on your food? You need to save money. Okay. What is saving money? Eat ramen. Ramen will fucking kill you. You know that, right? You know high sodium diets can kill you, right? You know that we have heart disease and diabetes and kidney failure and fucking constant dehydration and lack of vitamin D. from constantly being inside. Something as simple as having an expected day off is even hard to come by in today's day and age. Our managers will change the schedule so much on you that you don't know when you're going to work. Something as simple as being able to have the time to do your job correctly so you're not stressed out and you can make sure that you're not going to take on the liability is too much to ask for. At the job that I just left, after I left the sheriff's office, they wanted me to constantly be running around and be responsible for everything. And if I do it wrong and it costs the money, I can be liable and they can take money out of my paycheck. But they didn't necessarily guarantee that I have somebody there to help me. And it's like, okay, so if I make a mistake, I could work for an entire week, every single day, and still not see a paycheck. Fuck you. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to have that argument with you. I'm not taking you to court because you don't want to pay me. I'm not paying you $20 because I'm constantly trying to move around with your equipment and I accidentally get a hole in the shirt that you give me. I'm not paying you money for that. I'm not paying you money to have a jacket. I'm not buying your hat. Why are you selling me stuff to work for you? Why are you constantly making me agree to accept responsibility to a point to where I may not get paid? And you need things like health insurance and a 401k plan and dental insurance and all of these things. But businesses don't have to give you those things. So what do if you can't find it? You work a job that you fucking hate for 7 fucking years. Just because the benefits are good. That's what I found out of the sheriff's office. Half the people work there for the benefits. Benefits are good. Why? Because something as simple as going to the doctor and having your blood pressure checked regularly is so expensive that you have to pay a company to pay them. And that company is going to do whatever it can to not pay for it. They're going to try to say that it's not a necessity. They're going to try to say that you have to pay for a certain amount and they're only there for emergencies. What the fuck are we doing? Why is it hard to just have something as simple like, I don't know, your time off being your fucking time off? Why is it normal for jobs to require you to answer emails when you're not there? Why are the functions of every single place so high that your boss just needs to have 24/7 access to you? If I don't have internet, any job that I have, my boss cannot call me. I'm expecting job interviews that I would not be able to have over the phone without internet. I have to pay money to potentially get a job to make money. Because without internet, I can't function in today's society. What did businesses do before cell phones? I really want to know. What did businesses do before we had cars that drove everybody everywhere? Instantly. You can be anywhere you want to be. So your boss can just expect you to show up, whatever. What do we have before your boss had 24/7 access to you? I really want to know. Is there anybody old enough before we had cell phones to know how, like, did your boss still get in touch with you and ask you to work overtime still? Did you just have the home phone and, like, they would have to leave a message? Was there just this expectation that they couldn't always immediately get a hold of you? And so they would have to try to plan ahead a little bit? I don't understand. Because the technology that we have that's supposed to be making our lives better seems to be making it worse. The YouTube channel that we fucking have, the Instagram, the Facebook, they steal your data and they sell you more things. And society hinges on you buying things you don't need and then blames you for buying things you don't need and makes it addictive to buy things you don't need and makes many of the things addictive. And it's so bad that we think Ron F. Kennedy is a good idea. A man with brain worms who will go so far as to say that you need to drink raw milk because the same logic that we use to cook steaks and chicken, we can't use that for milk. I don't know why, but we can't because even being healthy is a group of people that have extreme opinions and points of view that cannot be reasoned with. You know, being vegan is not somebody who just says, "Hey, I just want to eat a plant-based diet. I'm kind of doing my own thing. Eating a little bit of meat won't be the end of the world, but I just try to avoid it. I try to just get most of my." No, you have to eat no meat. You know, somebody who doesn't want to be a vegan can't just not want to be a vegan. You have to go carnivore. I eat only meat. Only meat. I eat only meat. I only eat meat, and anybody who doesn't only eat meat are weak people. You have no bone structure, and you have none of this. We have teeth for both. Please stop it. Stop trying to give us health advice. You know, any sort of scientific advancement that we have, these people want to discredit. Vaccines are terrible. No, they're not. Just because you eat salads and I don't, doesn't mean that you're right and that you might have a better diet than me. Doesn't mean you know anything about biology. Uh, we we have it to where everything is commodified to the point to where even trying to improve your life is another group of people that you can buy books from. Which, yeah, I'm selling a book if you want to buy it, by the way. You can buy products and merch and all of these things to go with it to keep the money flowing and they can appeal to you, right? When I was a police officer, it wasn't just being a police officer. I was constantly getting advertisements for buying things that supported police officers, buying things that supported cops, buying things that showed my support, my dedication, and the Republican Party, which constantly tried to advertise to me. You know, I'm sure Black Lives Matters protesters, they had a lot of products that were shoved down their throats that you don't even fucking need. Um, Critical thinking is frowned upon. Asking questions is frowned upon. And then when you do ask questions, we entertain stupid fucking questions. I think I lost the point of where I was going with this. But being healthy in a world that is deliberately trying everything it can to be unhealthy by trying to define what is healthy and what isn't healthy without understanding what's healthy and what's not healthy. You know, people care about a genetically modified organism, but before they care about the fact that they don't get enough sleep. People care about people care about smoking cigarettes, but think alcohol is normal. People care about eating naturally, but won't understand that that's kind of a word that's made up. People care about politics, but they don't care enough about politics to know where they're wrong in politics or to understand that they might be wrong in some areas of politics. People care about your opinions, but your opinions have to match theirs. Because if you don't agree with them, then obviously you're the stupid one. Because everybody but me is stupid, right? Everybody but me is healthy. Let's just make it to where you don't have to work so hard. And let's make it to where we don't charge each other so much money that buying it is barely an option. Let's stop trying to take advantage of each other. The only way that we can actually make the world a healthier place is by being healthy enough to want to help other people. In the apartment complex that I live in now, I pay more for a one bedroom apartment than some people here pay for a two bedroom apartment. I pay more for a one bedroom apartment than some people pay for the same exact one bedroom apartment but with modern equipment, like a new stove, a new refrigerator, a new microwave, new counters, new flooring. I have the original, and I pay more because I worked a job where they could justify charging me more money. My microwave is broken. It turns on when you open it. So I give myself cancer every time I want to microwave something, literally. Not just by microwaving the food, because some people think that microwave radiation will put cancer in your food, which will give you cancer, which doesn't make any sense. But no, like opening it actively might end up causing microwave radiation to come out. I have to unplug it to put food in, and plug it back in, and then turn it on. And I pay more money than somebody else who doesn't have to do that, because people want to take advantage of me. People want to take advantage of you. We all want to take advantage of each other. What can I get out of you? And what can I blame you for instead of understand about you? What can I tell you that you're wrong about instead of diagnosing your problems? What can I argue with you about instead of giving you advice? What can I sell you instead of give you? Is this really how humanity is supposed to function? Really?